So science has been applied to reverse engineering flight. And a lot of people think that's important, but I'll tell you something that's way more important: your own life and your own bank account. And that's been important even before banks. Access to resources, which we now call money, has been the primary driver of life. And it's very sad that the education system did not ever apply and teach you and I.
Hey everybody, you tuned in to the 216 Wealth Study with Vic the Scientist for my third episode. Is there actually a science to getting rich? Check out this clip.
First, at the top of the list, it is that it never occurs to them to become wealthy. The average person has grown up in a family where he's never met or known anyone who is wealthy. He goes to school, socializes with people who are not wealthy. Birds of a feather flock together. He works with people who are not wealthy. He has a reference group or a social circle outside of work who are not wealthy. And he has no role models who are wealthy. Now, if this has happened to you throughout your formative years, up to the age of 20 or so, you can actually grow up and become a fully mature adult in our society, and it may never occur to you that it's just as possible for you to become wealthy as for anyone else. So the first reason why people don't become wealthy is because it never occurs to them that it is possible for them. And of course, if it never occurs to them, then they never take any of the steps necessary to make it a reality.
Is there actually a science to getting rich? Yes, there is a science to getting rich, and it's a proven exact science, just like arithmetic or algebra. I'm just here to give you a few little quotes you can write in your notebook, study, rewind this video to get you on the GPS of wealth. I'm going to be shouting out a few simple formulas, a few simple terms from this chapter, just to get you focused and let you know that it's actually a science. Let's hop right into it. Is there a science to getting rich? Yes, it is a science to getting rich. The ownership of money comes from doing things in a certain way. All men and women who learn this science will infallibly get rich. What is the meaning of infallibly? The meaning of infallibly means without or incapable of error. Getting rich is not about environment. If getting rich was about environment, all people in one neighborhood or all people in one town would be rich, while all the other people in the other towns and the other neighborhoods will remain in poverty. When two men are in the same neighborhood and one gets rich and the other one doesn't, it shows that all things are about cause and effect. What is cause and effect? Cause and effect is the result of something and the reason that it happened. Getting rich is not based solely on talent. Getting rich is not about saving, and it's not about thrift. Getting rich is not about doing things that others fail to do. Is this science so difficult that others may not be able to follow it? Of course not. We see that talented people get rich, blockheads get rich. We see that weak and sickly people get rich, and physically strong people get rich. Intellectually brilliant people get rich, and very stupid people get rich. Anybody can get rich. If like causes always produce like effects, then we must see that getting rich is the result of doing things in a certain way. If anyone in your town or state can get rich, so can you. Getting rich is not about engaging in some particular business or some particular profession. People get rich in any business and in any profession, but you will do best in the business in which you like. No matter how poor you are, if you begin to do things in a certain way, you will begin to have capital. You may be the poorest man on the continent and be deeply in debt. You may have no friends, no influence, no resources. But if you begin to do things in a certain way, you must infallibly get rich. For like causes always produce like effects.
For one thing that they should have taught you and I in school, by the time we're 18 years old, should have been financial freedom, right? Because I sometimes say it's the most ironic thing. The whole reason you're supposed to go to school is to prepare you for life. But let's be honest, when you were 18, when you graduated high school, did you feel like you were remotely equipped for the important things in life? Because I would say there's like 4 important things you got to know in life. You got to know health, wealth, love, which is like your social life, and happiness. And those 4 things are completely skipped. You know, you learn what an isosceles triangle is, you learn social studies, all that stuff you could learn later. Honestly, that's the stuff you should learn at 30. And then, or if you get a job like become an engineer, it's obviously a little more important to know isosceles triangle. But I'll tell you this, what's more important for everybody is to understand the basics of how to invest your money, how to create cash flow, how to, you know, really understand how to create appreciating assets that'll take care of you throughout your life. Zero taught about that in school.
That concludes my 3rd lesson. For my 3rd episode, is there actually a science to getting rich? I want to give a 216 shout out to Shy Unique. You can find her on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. She does fitness. She teaches people how to dance, how to dance on the poles. It's a fitness class. I actually went to school with Shy. She's from the 216 just like me, so I want to give a shout out. And until next time, I'll be dropping more jewels on y'all, more gems, and we can continue the process of becoming rich. Till next time.
The M's, I want the M's.